What does environmental sustainability mean? A state in which the demands placed on the environment can be met without reducing its capacity to allow all people to live well now and in the future. The responsibility interaction with the environment to avoid depletion or degradation of natural resources and allow for long-term environmental quality. The practice of environmental sustainability helps to ensure that the needs of today's population are met without jeopardizing the ability of future generations to meet their needs. We are consuming natural resources at a faster rate than they can be replenished. Every person should have access to necessary natural resources. When looking at the natural environment, we see that it has remarkable ability to rejuvenate itself and its viability. For example, when a tree falls, it decomposes, adding nutrients to the soil. The nutrients help sustain suitable conditions so further saplings can grow.
Some might ask, what does sustainability look like? Sustainability looks like many different things. However, what sustainability does is it gives communities a common purpose to thrive. Sustainability looks like an end to rainforest deforestation, economic vitality, acknowledging that regions, towns, cities, all must continue into the future without hurting the resources that support them. Sustainability looks like a reduce to CO2 emissions, abundant natural resources, and an emphasis on preserving the capability of the environment to support life. Sustainability is a society, an economy, and an environment all working together.
What will happen if we don't change our way of life? The increasingly drastic depletion of basic natural resources such as fresh water will result in numerous negative consequences. The overpopulation and growing competition over resources is aggravating pre-existing regional conflicts and inciting new violent conflicts. Also, in some countries, economic crashes can occur when industries are based on non-renewable resources. Most of the industrialized and developing countries rely on fossil fuels, specifically coal, oil, and natural gas. As the world population grows, these fuel sources cannot continue to be used at the same rate without complete depletion, as these sources are limited and non-renewable. Also, human-caused habitat destruction can cause chain reactions of damage within ecosystems. For example, when acid rain falls from the sky, it can damage bodies of water and soil, toxifying these lands and making the areas uninhabitable for wildlife. Since ecosystems are so interconnected, if just one creature is harmed by this acid rain, the whole food web can suffer. This human-caused acid rain damages habitats, which can completely destroy ecosystems. Is it fiscally possible? Switching to alternative energy sources will eliminate many jobs, but also open up new opportunities and higher-skilled tech careers. More restrictions on businesses could reduce revenue and potentially slow economic growth. Additionally, putting measures in place now could save taxpayers from having to deal with even more costly future consequences, such as increased natural disasters, rising sea levels, and pollution. According to a Stanford University study on renewable energy, one solution is to increase the incentive of investing in renewable energy by offering subsidies and tax incentives when businesses and even homeowners switch to renewable energy alternatives.
What stands in the way of achieving sustainability? Just to name a few, there are businesses that believe that the world's resources are theirs to extort, people are afraid of change and prefer predictability, and environmental policy is unable to be changed due to the increasingly prevalent presence of lobbying by major industries. According to Open Secrets, a website devoted to the transparency about lobbying at Congress, in 2017, oil and gas companies spent a total of $93,438,348 in lobby spending. Companies in the top 10% for spending in this industry include ExxonMobil, Koch Industries, BP, and Royal Dutch Shell. Since these companies contribute so much money to politicians, the politicians become indebted and influenced by this, causing them to make policies which positively affect the fossil fuel industries and negatively affect the environment.
What does sustainability look like?
Sustainability looks like a green and natural earth.
Okay. What will happen if we do not change the way that we live?
Our water supply will be depleted and industries will not have non-renewable resources.
Alright, I do not think that sustainability is currently possible because the technology that we have to allow for us to be sustainable isn't quite there yet. But I think as time progresses, our technology will eventually develop to the point where governments will be able to give up certain products because they won't be as cost efficient, if you will. So that way, like, industries and companies will start using other methods in order to provide more resources.
What is environmental sustainability?
Well, I think environmental sustainability is the maintaining of the environment, keeping it a nice and healthy, clean place. And yeah.
What does environmental sustainability mean to you?
To me, environmental sustainability means that every person has access to resources and an interaction between the economy, society, and the environment.
What stands in the way of environmental sustainability?
So a lot has to do with infrastructure and wanting to make things bigger and better, especially with politics and lobbyists. They go about their way and trying to make things more readily available. And when you do that, you take away from the environment. And then also you have economics and money. The dollar does rule. And unfortunately, when something has monetary value, some people care more about that than the environment.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think what gets in the way of the U.S. sustainability is greed, because for companies to go eco-friendly, it would cost a lot more money, and the limit that the U.S. puts on companies is so minuscule that they don't feel the need to do it anyway.